It seems to be in every man's genes that as soon as their child is born, they suddenly have this godlike ability to make crappy jokes at inappropriate times. My dad always told me he learned these powers when he gets to the hospital after I was born and was pronounced dad on arrival. He always said I was a brat, in particular about the AC settings. I'd always be complaining that it wasn't at womb temperature. So I went out there and I found 4 men, people who are not quite dads yet themselves, but those genes are strong within and they explode out of them at random moments in their life. We're going to pit them against each other to find out which one has the best dad jokes, which one tells the best, and which one can also control the laughter when another man presents the dad jokes to them. Within these 4, we do have Greg, who is the reigning champion from a previous dad joke battle that I did. But this time we have 3 contenders for him this time instead of the 1. We're going to pit them in 2 semi-finals. They will then go on to play in the final to find out who's the best, and an additional 3rd place match. For each round, the participants will have 5 jokes that they'll be presenting to their opponents. If either person laughs, including the person telling it, then the opposing competitor will score a point. If at the end of the 5 rounds we do not have a clear winner, it will then go into a 2-round sudden death. 1 joke each. Someone has a clear victory after 1 round, it ends. If not, we'll attempt a 2nd sudden death round to try and find our winner. If after 2 sudden death rounds we do not have a winner, we will then go onto YouTube where we will find a don't laugh video and watch it together. First person to laugh loses. You're gonna laugh, you're probably gonna cringe, but it's gonna be great. So let's get started. And here we are with our awesome guest for semi-final number 1. We have Greg, which is this hand, who's gonna be representing himself, and Audoblex here, who's our actual current champion. And we actually have done a dad joke battle in the past, and Greg absolutely smashed it. Last time we also did that dad joke battle, Scottish really wanted to take him down, thought he was able to be the master, so it's all on the line here. It's all on the line. So thank you guys for coming in. Rules for today are obvious laughs, are clear points to the opposer. You can laugh at your own jokes. That is a negative point. Or it does give a point to the opponent, and general body where you were physically going to laugh, smirk, and you've managed to control yourself will count as points. They're just reflexes, reactions to stop yourself from laughing, but you did initially go for that laugh, so we'll give points in that scenario. So yeah, good luck to you both. Let's get started with round 1. Greg, as our current champion, please start us off.
The guys stood by their field in the farms, and he nudges the one boy and says, "Which one of the cows do you think's got a holiday coming up soon?" Well, the guy shakes his head, "I've no idea." So he points to the one on the right, says, "Her, 'cause she's got the wee calf."
Nice. I like it. I feel like that was really well done for like if you have to be Scottish to kind of get that one. I feel like that one worked really well for the 3 of us.
Like it works. It works. It's just not funny.
It's clever. I liked it. No, it was funny.
No, it was definitely clever, definitely smart, well written. You know.
Good.
I'm not going to take that away.
Scottish, how are you going to respond?
Well, I've got an appointment at the dentist. My appointment time's 2:30.
Classic.
Get it? Tooth hurty.
Yeah. I think you didn't really emphasize the tooth enough for me. I was waiting for the rest of the joke, and it just kind of went whoosh over my head. Just getting warmed up. It's just getting
shiny.
warmed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's bald now.
I'm giving out.
Oh, I almost made him crack. Doesn't count though, unfortunately.
Mm.
Alright, well, there we go. Round 1. No laughs yet. We've had a couple of clever jokes. I'm quite excited to see how this continues. And we're gonna snake in how we go. So SVG, please give us your 2nd joke of the day.
Okay. What does a ghost call a scar? A boo-boo.
Yeah. Solid. Greg, retaliate.
woman, she's pregnant, and all of a sudden she needs to phone 999. Baby's coming, so she rings them up. She's straight on the phone. Ambulance, please. You've got to help me. My waters have just broken. So the woman on the other friend's, okay, madam, calm down. Where are you ringing from? And she says, from my fanny to my ankles.
Scottish, I'm gonna have to sort of apologise there, but that is a point to Greg there. There was a clear tension in that face there to laugh, and it was very close to bursting. You did manage to control it, but I'm gonna give that as a point to Greg. So first point scored.
There was no sound, but there was a definite I couldn't stop the smile. The smile was too strong.
I think your mouth literally moved like 5 millimeters up in just like pure tension of control.
Oh god.
Oh, that was.
Now I actually have to try and get the good stuff out. I was wanting to save the good stuff, Greg.
I was hoping to try and pull out some old classics, and they've not worked so far for you yet, Scottish. But solid, Greg. Solid, Greg. Now's the opportunity. Can you go for 2 in a row? Let's see it.
The two guys that were standing in the field, they're looking out into the paddock and they see more cows sitting on the ground. There's about 10 of them, and he says, bet you can't guess which one of them's closest to Iraq. He says, I'll be Kuwait.
Is it weird that I knew where that was going?
Is it weird that I didn't get it?
Oh, wow. We now know
As
how
in
much Franchize
Kuwait and
knows about
Iran?
geography.
Oh,
As
I
in
don't
the
know.
city?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Wow. Came here to make SVG laugh and we're out here roasting Jamie.
I was going to go with educating me, but I'm okay. No, I'm going to have to go to Google for that.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Wait, why am I trying to write Kuwait? Alright, that is the first joke of round 3. Scottish, how are you going to try and get back into this game?
Well, I will also educate you.
Oh.
Did you know that the first French fries were not actually cooked in France? They were actually cooked in Greece.
That joke just made me hungry.
I am actually hungry now as well, yeah. Thankfully, someone who worked at McDonald's for 7 years, I did know that, so. Alright, Scottish. Didn't quite get Greg with that one there, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got for the first joke of round 4.
I've got my next one. Oh, I am first this round, yeah.
You are first this one.
Well, do you guys know that a slice of apple is £2.50 in Jamaica, but is £3 in the Bahamas? That's because these are the pie rates of the Caribbean.
The thinker.
It's a thinker, you're right.
You got those are always the hard ones. You got to realize who you're telling them to. I think Greg would have appreciated. Again, that's one that I was thinking so much. My cheeks didn't really have much chance to do much. So yeah, solid. Greg, you actually think you can take this right now? You if I no wait, you wouldn't be able to like properly take it because you can't laugh at your own joke. So there is that opportunity. There is that opportunity, but see, can you hit a home run on round 4?
The Eskimo is firing about in his wee sled, and he sees 2 penguins that are building an igloo, building their own wee home. And he stops, gets off his sled, and goes over and says, "Lads, how are you gonna keep those blocks together?" He says, "Well, there's an igloo in it. We're just gonna glue it together."
Smart.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, sass coming in from Scottish there, especially since he had his finger up next to his mouth during that joke.
What? No, I had it up on my chin.
All right, Greg, it does mean that you are up yet again. Let's see what you've got this time.
Let's go with. So there's a young lad walks into a baker's, and there's a big sign outside before he goes in on the door. It says, "All cakes, £1." So he's so excited, runs at the store, points to one, says, "Can I have that?" Says, yeah, no problem, that'll be £2. Says, but there's a sign on the door, it says £1. Says, aye, but that's Madeira cake.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
There was some mouth movement, but not enough to count as a point. But yeah, good effort, Greg. After 5 of your own jokes, you have scored 1 point. Scottish, you need to tie this up. This is your last joke.
I need to.
This is where it's at.
I'm literally looking over all my jokes, thinking, nah, these aren't good enough.
Ooh.
Anything I use now, I can't use in the sudden death.
You need to get to the sudden death first, buddy.
And I'm convinced I have a couple that would do it in the sudden death, but
this is sudden death for you. This is sudden death for you right now.
okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one.
All right.
It's probably not gonna do it, but I think it's okay. Okay, it's one of the ones I was actually gonna use in sudden death, but here we go. Okay. What does an angry pepper do?
Don't know.
It gets jalapeno in your face. Nah.
Nah, didn't crack him. Did not crack.
Made all these jokes before.
Greg is well mastered in a lot of these. Do you know what? That one's a good one because it obviously introduces some like vocal differences into the wording, which is always well done and well respected. But unfortunately, Scottish, today was not your day, and victory goes to Greg, 1-0. Congratulations, Greg. You're going to be stepping on to the final, and you will be going on to battle the winner of the Brozerker versus Geek for Gaming, which should be coming out soon in the future. So yeah, good luck for that. SVG, don't worry, your run is not over yet. There is going to be a 3rd place match. So, to be fair, that's just going to be a battle to find out if you're the worst dad joke battle teller of them all. Are you worried? Is that something that you thought was going to be happening going into today?
Well, the fact that I was going up against Greg, the favorite, wasn't like at the end of the day. I was like, maybe I can just tell. Like I had a feeling it would end. Like I was like, if I can just not laugh, I might make it because I think Greg is like the master when it comes to dad jokes. And I was like, if I don't laugh, if nothing comes out, I should be fine. But it was just that woman giving birth joke. And the weird thing is, I had a woman giving birth joke, but I was like, no, I don't want to use that because Greg stole something similar.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. Like you do have to think about it, especially when you come to these battles. We need those ones that bring in voices, sounds, visuals. That's the sort of things that are going to make that little bit difference. And I felt that joke did actually introduce that.
I like my dad jokes like one-liners, like short and sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
They are
punchlines almost.
They are good. The problem I think is in dad joke battles because people are expecting things. So the mind's already working in a situation. Those ones are really good for just off the cusp, out of nowhere kind of scenarios. Well, thanks a lot, guys, and appreciate you coming on today.